Yeah, I think for the first team, the main feature will always be, Benji. Probably the highest profile signing in the off season and just where he's at. And we just feel that he's not quite ready. From a learning and understanding of the game, I think at 10, it's a very difficult game. 12, 13, 15 is very different. We played him 15 minutes in the last trial game, and he said it himself, he's the first one to admit he's not quite ready. So that was probably the biggest selection situation we had. Ofa Tuanganawhasi has had an incredible pre-season and just really deserved his spot. So that's probably the other one that's a bit of a bolter. The rest of the team is sort of deserved their spot, and some of the guys that have missed out are really close. So, we've tried to achieve in the off season a more competitive side, and we think we've got that. What you've seen of Ofa in the pre-season is heaps of energy, excited, throwing himself into everything, which is exactly what we've had from him in the pre-season. I think the biggest thing for Ofa is the invisible stuff that people don't see. He's really taken control of his diet. He's lost 10 kilos. He's much more settled as a person, really matured, and understand what he wants. So, and that's reflected in the way he's trained, reaching PBs, and also the way he's playing. He just needs to get out there this week and keep that energy up. Yeah, Liaki's had another good pre-season. He's been really fit. He got a little bit of an injury which put him out of the second game. But Liaki is a player that we're expecting to play really well this season. He's been around a little while now. He's the type of guy we need, hard, raw-boned, loves the contact area, and he's really turned up in shape and ready to go, and I'm excited to see him go. Yeah, well, Noxie, I think we're ahead of the game with Noxie. Pre-season we were sort of thinking he'd be available after round one. So him coming back into it so early and just being Noxie, I think it was one of our stars last year in the beginning of the season. I think he's done that again for us in the last week or so. He's just stepped into that role. He's working really hard around his contact and driving the football team. So, I think it's been a blessing to have Benji there trying to fit into 10. We've had Baden with a broken arm, so we've had a few issues there, and Noxie sort of worked his way into some form and gets the starting nod. Hard decision because George has been one of our form pre-season guys, and you probably wouldn't leave him out of the side. It's just that we felt we wanted to give Jacko a bit of a crack there. He's got the experience at this level. We think the Highlanders will be a huge game for us, and so Jacko will bring us some steadiness and some leadership for Noxie. And then George, like I said, being our best player, we now have a really serious wing centre cover. And so for us, he's been great, need him out there, and he's got the ability to play two roles. So, I'm excited about the season he'll have. Yeah, first of the young guys, I think Albert and Lolangi have also had good pre-seasons. The last sort of 10 days has been a lot more pressure on us all. And Tavita has stood up to that pressure and has really deserved his spot on the bench. We've said all through the pre-season and since last season finished that we want to create a side where everyone can play. And Tavita's knocking on the door, he's putting his handing up and wanting to be selected. So, that's important, and he's deserved his role on the bench. He's a very young man, so, I think he'll enjoy the experience.